Hey guys, it's Autumn and Angel, and today's video I'm going to be talking about why I think Agar Agar Cookie is a ghost. So in the game description, it says, if you hear a faint, eerie laughter and experience an unusual lack of energy, it means that Agar Agar Cookie is lurking nearby. That just kind of sounds like what would happen if like a ghost was nearby. I don't watch ghost movies or anything, but I'm pretty certain that the room gets cold whenever you're supposed to be near one, so I'm thinking that maybe that's hinting towards that. And then, of course, she has to consume life energy to sustain herself. Like, you'd think that food would be enough, but it's not. So clearly something's going on that she has to consume life energy. And I'm wondering if maybe she died of, like, starvation, and in order to stay, like, in spirit form, she has to consume life energy just to have, like, some semblance of, like, life or, like, control over her body. Maybe. I don't know. And then it says in the game, it goes, little is known about this mystical creature who spent a long time dwelling at the bottom of a forgotten well, dripping with briny seawater, formless, shadow-like. That sounds like a ghost, so I'm wondering if maybe she was a child who fell into a well and then potentially starved. And that's why she constantly is hungry, and why she seems to be a bit ghost-like. That, and it also says she was formless and shadow-like, and granted, we don't know how she got in the well. It's possible that she formed inside of the well, and she's hungry because she formed inside of the well and there was no food there. So she basically grew up not having any food. Or she fell into the well somehow, or got trapped in the well somehow and had no food. But it says, like, she was a formless and shadow-like creature, and she spent a long time in that well, apparently. And honestly, the main reason that I came up with this theory is because of her loading screen. Her loading screen flat out says, many things are reflected in Agar Agar Cookie's mirror. Landscapes, her favorite things, her favorite food, but never her own reflection. Why would she not be able to see her own reflection in a mirror? Maybe it's because she's not alive and she's like a spirit or a ghost. I don't know. Also, she's a child, so if she is a ghost, that's very dark, because that would mean she died as a child. And it is just dark anyways that this thing is a child, because she's very creepy. And it's absolutely possible that I could be wrong with my theory of her being like a ghost or a spirit, because she could have formed inside of the well. You can't really tell. It's like implied that it's implied that she was either formed in the well, but we know that she was definitely inside of the well the entire time. If she was formed in the well, she could be some kind of spirit that, like, formed from the, like, stuff in the well, like the seawater in the well. She could be a spirit that just formed from that seawater. And still, spirit. I would also like to add that I know nothing about ghosts or spirits, so I could be entirely wrong with everything that I'm saying, because I have, like, no knowledge of that stuff at all. This is just my opinion. This is just what I picked up from, like, playing this story. It just seemed like she was being portrayed as, like, a ghostly character or spirit kind of character, you know? And also, it is possible because there are other ghost characters in the game, like Candy Diver Cookie. Candy Diver Cookie is a ghost, and they likely died from either drowning, most likely drowning, but in this one scene, they take off their helmet, and there's, like, nothing there, so it's possible that they could have been beheaded as well, but it's more likely that they died by drowning, and Black Pearl Cookie's probably the person that killed them. And then, of course, Onion Cookie, she is also a ghost. She died when a chandelier fell on her as a small child while playing hide and seek. That was very, very dark, and I have learned that recently. That was a very dark and shocking fact that I learned, that was allowed in the games. Like, the game's 13 and up, but in my mind, 13 is still young, a bit young for all these dark themes. Granted, I was a very wimpy 13-year-old kid, so, like, half the stuff that scared me when I was 13, my brother would probably watch it and just look at me and say, "Why were you afraid of this?" Because I can't handle anything that's just slightly scary.